I'm going to try to see if I can find his mugshot. Okay, yeah, here it is. I got it posted right here. Yep. This is Arik Gilbert, and yeah. How do I say this nicely? You're done. Not only do I not have any sympathy for him whatsoever, I don't have any empathy, because what is going through your mind? And that's why it's so odd to me. I would love to know the psychology behind this decision making. No lie, as soon as I sit down to record my Florida and Utah preview video, which by the way will still come out later today, so stay tuned for that, I get tagged in a couple, or not a couple of things, but a couple of people tag me on a certain thing and situation on Instagram and Twitter. And the first person who tagged me in this was, as you see right here, Live Love Lawn. Hope I'm saying your username correctly. If not, I do apologize. And I'm not gonna lie, when you guys tag me and stuff, I'm normally not too shocked, and normally it's just some minor news or just something going on in the college football world. What am I trying to say? Normally it's nothing crazy or it's nothing that's really going to shock me. But this, no. It did shock me because I haven't seen anything about this. And when I was reading it, when I saw this for the first time, I was like, wait, what? Arik Gilbert did this? And as I'm reading it, I wish I was recording myself. I said out loud, what in the actual crap is going on? As to when I'm speaking, and even probably as to when you're seeing this video, this is all breaking news. We don't have all the information, and I'm sure after I post this video, some new information will be released. But for now, at least, we do got the most important and really the most vital part of the information. And that is Arik Gilbert, or my bad, I said Arik, it's Arik Gilbert. He has been arrested. As to why he's been arrested, I don't even know if some of you are going to believe this. I can't even believe he thought this would be a good idea. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you're going to know this. We make a video like this, and I can't emphasize this enough, every couple of months. 5-star recruit, whether that's on the basketball court, whether it's on the football field, they just completely try to ruin their own career and ruin their life. And I'm going to say this time after time after time. I don't care what anybody says, there's no excuse. It is not that hard to stay out of trouble. I get it, making mistakes here and there. I'm a human myself. I make mistakes. But this right here, no, this wasn't a mistake. This was a choice. There's a big difference, and I can't defend this. I can't. This is going to sound brutal and harsh because it is. I don't have even an ounce of sympathy for Arik Gilbert. You want to throw your life away? You want to throw millions of dollars away? Cool. Go right ahead. Don't bother me. You have God-given ability and talent that millions of people out here would kill for just having the chance to play D1 football and the chance to go to the NFL, and you're throwing it away for nothing. You're throwing millions of dollars away for pennies on the dollar. Think about that. And I already know this is your disclaimer at the beginning of the video. I'm about to go off on this man because nothing pisses me off more in this world than seeing young men throw away exceptional talent. No sympathy whatsoever. And for all these people that are about to run to the comment section and say, Matt, give him a break, you're being too harsh on him. No. Guess what, chump? I'm harsh on myself. So if I'm harsh on myself and I don't give myself excuses, why would I give anyone else excuses? I want you to think about that. If I hold myself to a high standard, why would you even think for a second I don't hold other people to a high standard? What I'm about to say on this situation and what I'm about to say about Arik Gilbert in this video is nothing I wouldn't say to myself if I did this stuff, and it's nothing I wouldn't say to my younger brother. The problem is in 2023, there's not enough people like me out here. We need more people being harsh and brutal and giving out the cold hard truth, not babying everyone. That's why the world's so soft, but let me calm down, and let me show you what's happened. So, news came out, I really don't know how to ease into this, that Nebraska 5-star tight end Arik Gilbert has been arrested on a burglary charge in Lancaster County. For those of y'all that don't know, you should know who this young man is. To give you some context, this is a former 5-star recruit. And not just a former 5-star recruit, he was one of the top ranked players in all of high school football. And if I'm not mistaken, he was the highest rated tight end in the history of 24/7 sports. So not just the #1 tight end in his class, I think it was either 2019 or 2020, he's the highest rated tight end of all time. The expectations for this man were through the roof, and he had a pretty good freshman season at LSU. But after that freshman season in 2020, it has been a steady downhill slope. Hasn't played much. He winds up leaving LSU, which that was a weird situation. He shouldn't have left, in my humble opinion. He goes to Georgia, and at Georgia, well, didn't play at all whatsoever, and now he's at Nebraska. It just hasn't been good, and there's always a red flag for me, at least, when guys transfer more than 2 times. I personally, and this is like my golden rule for myself, I'll give you 2 transfers. Or my bad, I said I'll give you 2 transfers. No. 2 is when I really just draw the line. I'll give you 1 transfer, but when you transfer again, I'm like, okay, something fishy's going on here with the player. I don't really think it's the team or the coaching staff. I know that might have confused y'all. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. So if Arik Gilbert here, he leaves LSU and goes to Georgia, I'm like, okay, things didn't work out at LSU, give him the benefit of the doubt. But once you leave LSU, go to Georgia, And then you also leave Georgia and go to Nebraska. I'm like, okay. Something's going on here, because you left not one, but two pretty good football teams. So at a certain point in time, when are we going to say, okay, maybe it's the player's fault he's not playing? To me, at least, where I draw that line is after your second transfer. So that is your brief backstory on Arik Gilbert, and that is the long story short. Well, now recently he's been at Nebraska, and he hasn't been cleared by the NCAA. His waiver to play this year has not been cleared. I do want to emphasize that. So leading up until his arrest, there was a huge question mark on whether he was even going to get to play this year. Well, I think it's safe to say that that waiver will not be granted, especially after this incident. I think this was the nail in the coffin. Yeah, he's done. For the waiver, at least, yeah, don't expect it to get passed, but I think that's the least of his concerns at this point in time. What he needs to focus on is getting out of jail. But on a serious note, I firmly believe this is the nail in the coffin for his football career. If there was any hope left whatsoever, it's gone now. So Tuesday morning, which is today as when I'm speaking, and really you should see this video either in the morning or the afternoon, he was arrested in Lancaster County, according to the police records. I do want to read that off word for word because no, this isn't some rumor that's going around on Twitter. This is according to the public records. I'm just going to continue to read it off here. Officers were called to SJ's Liquor and Vape Shop in the 2600 block of O Street shortly before 2 a.m. This was according to a statement from the Lincoln Police Department. And this is where they arrested Gilbert without incident after they found him with more than $1,600 worth of vape products, Delta 8 cigars, and lighters in a bag. Wow. So honestly, when I first saw the news, I was like, oh, okay, it was probably some petty crime. Like he might have stole a couple bags of chips. He might have maybe he was hungry, stole something like that. You know, beef jerky, something like that. Maybe he stole a couple sodas. Maybe he got a extra large gulp cup and he didn't want to pay for it. Who knows? But no. Come to find out, it was $1,600 worth of stuff. So with this being $1,600 worth of just stuff you don't even need to survive, this throws out the excuse of, oh, he did this because he didn't have any food. This, ladies and gentlemen, is nothing less than he just made a stupid and dumb decision. I'm going to try to see if I can find his mugshot. Okay, yeah, here it is. I got it posted right here. Yep, this is Arik Gilbert, and yeah, how do I say this nicely? You're done. Not only do I not have any sympathy for him whatsoever, I don't have any empathy, because what is going through your mind? What goes through your mind when you make a decision like this? I would love to know. And this is why I say it. People are just wired differently. The season is less than a week away, and you're robbing stores? Like, come on now. At least if you're going to rob a store, do it 4 months before the season, so that way you may get out of jail and you may get cleared and potentially everyone can forgive you and you can start in week 1 or week 2. But no, even if you would have got cleared, even if you do get cleared, which I don't even know if that would happen, no, there's not even a single chance you're going to play in week 1 or probably week 2 or week 3. And that's why it's so odd to me. I would love to know the psychology behind this decision making. Why do this during game week? You play Saturday. Or wait, no. Nebraska plays Thursday night. Oh my gosh, this drives me crazy, man. Just trying to think of a rational reason as to why you would even attempt this. And also, here's another thing. Did Arik Gilbert expect to get away with this? I want y'all to think about this. Arik Gilbert is 6'6", 260 pounds. You are a 6'6", large man. You're gonna be noticed. Oh my gosh, man, oh man. Football is the last thing he needs to worry about. He's got some personal problems that he really needs to fix. And remember at Georgia, that's actually what Kirby Smart labeled it as. He wouldn't go in depth. He just said Arik Gilbert, he's dealing with personal problems. So I'm going to assume, just going out on a limb here, he was probably doing some shady stuff, maybe like this at Georgia as well. I don't know, but I'm just kind of putting 2 and 2 together here. It just seems like he's got some stuff he needs to work on behind the scenes, and I'm wishing him the best of luck. I know some of you probably think I enjoy talking about situations like this, but I really don't. You know what I'd rather be doing? I'd rather be talking about the Florida and Utah game right now. I'd rather be talking about some good things, but unfortunately, this is reality. I got 3 letters for you. C, D, L. Put them together, CDL. Now, Arik Gilbert, football is probably over for you. You might want to consider getting a CDL and you'll have a nice career there. It's a shame. $1,600. That's it. He didn't try to steal $1 million or $2 million. He stole $1,600. So you're telling me, Arik Gilbert, you evaluate your football career at $1,600. And the saddest part about this is, and I don't understand why he don't look at it from this perspective, if he would have played and had a couple good games, dude, he would have got upwards to $10,000 in NIL deals. Well, probably way more than that. My point is, $1,600 would have been chump change to him if he would have got an NIL deal. And I don't want to dive into this too much, but if he needed $1,600 that bad, I guarantee you he could have asked Matt Rule or anybody or something. He could have asked for an NIL deal and they'd have gave it to him. I mean, guys, we were talking about $1,600. On the grand scheme of things for the Nebraska football program, that is chump change. They make that off of 5 tickets. It's mind-boggling. I could sit up here for the next 20 minutes and give off reasons as to why I don't understand this. I'll leave it at that for now. Let me know your thoughts down below, but